Lesson 32. Past simple passive voice, 2. Lucy's TV debut. Yesterday was a very special day for Lucy because she was interviewed on live television for the first time. She was invited to the studio to talk about traveling, learning languages, and working on her first book. When she arrived there, she was taken to the makeup room. Her hair and makeup were done quickly, and then she was introduced to the interviewer. His name was Jamie, and he was very warm and welcoming. Lucy was still nervous, but Jamie helped her relax a bit and even made her laugh. A few minutes before the interview, she was taken to the set. The lights and cameras were turned on, and it was time to start. Lucy was welcomed with loud applause. She smiled and answered all the questions. The interview was a big success.
An important invention. The telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876. Bell was born in 1847 in Scotland. He didn't enjoy going to school, so he was taught mostly at home. When Alexander was a young man, he and his father taught deaf people how to speak. The idea to create a telephone came to him in the 1870s. The first telephone was built by his friend and assistant, Thomas Watson. It was tested and used for the first time in March 1876. A few months later, it was shown to people during a public event in Philadelphia. Everyone loved it and wanted to use it at home. In 1877, the Bell Telephone Company was created. When Alexander Graham Bell died in 1922, many telephones in the United States and Canada were turned off for 1 minute.
One of the most famous English bands. The Beatles were one of the most famous rock bands in the history of music. The band was formed in Liverpool in the 1960s. It was started by a young and talented guitarist, John Lennon. The other three musicians, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, joined the band soon. The band's first song was published in 1962. It was often played on the radio, and many people loved it. The next song, Please Please Me, quickly became an even bigger hit. It was listened to and sung in the whole country. The Beatles became very popular all over the world. All of their albums were bought by millions of people.